What is up, guys? My name is Mike, and this is our very special playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4. We are hell-bent, we are German-bent, we are everything-bent on nuking the fuck out of our foreign invaders here. I guess not really foreign invaders, but the foreign swine living in Canada. So far, we haven't done a whole lot just yet. We've got our war goal well on the way against Denmark, with the idea being that when Denmark capitulates, ahistorically, apparently Iceland still belongs to them, we're also going to get that and Greenland for free, which puts us in an enormously important strategic line of sight when it comes to our grander scheme of plans. Other than that, let's take a look at everything else we have going on here. Industrial effort, it's almost done. So this is going to give us a whole bunch of free civilian factories, which we're certainly going to need to build up the actual garbage territory of Faroe Islands, which is also owned by Denmark. Iceland, I mean, they've got 2 infrastructure, no air bases, no navy. So we're going to have to put a little bit of work into them before they're actually usable for us. And let's see, what else do we have going on here? There we go. It is October. Let's put it on pause real quick. The justification of conquering Jutland for the German Reich is complete. We've got our war plans in place, as shitty as they may be, but it's good enough for our purposes. All right, so let's take a look. Let's split these guys off. So you and you are going to be in a new theater, and you're going to be called the Pastron, of course, being the German plural form of pastry, which are the Danish are certainly the only thing they're truly known for. So it's an appropriate name. So the Sweden invasion force is chillin'. The German theater, these guys are also chillin', guarding our borders from the pole dancers. And all you jerks, oh, we actually have some fully trained troops. So you know what? Before we start, why don't we get the trained guys over to Team Pink on the Pastron front? That would be wise. We'll get as much as possible. Industrial effort is complete. Quick pause. Details. Free factories. I will take as many free factories as we possibly can manage. And then we'll do the same thing once again. So available war goal. Yes, I know. What were we doing? Fucking pop-ups. You guys who have no orders. For some reason, when you assign extra troops to a army, you have to then, as a second step, assign them to the orders. They don't just do it automatically. There almost should be, well, there probably is that I just don't know, but it would be nice to have like a button or like a hold down something to click, and that would engage them to both merge and be assigned to the current orders. Okay, I think we've fucked around long enough. 2 weeks is plenty of time. These guys won't have the preparation bonus, but the vast majority of the army will, which is more than enough for me. Because I'm all about half-assing where possible. Aviation effort. Oh yeah, speaking of aviation, let's make our lives a little easier. How many planes do we have here? Why don't we reassign you bad boys over there? And where else do we have planes stationed? Here. We won't need many planes down here. We got 120 here, 200 here. Move. We will assign you over there as well. And, oh, what? Fuck it. Everybody just go there. Wait for them to rebase. Got a limit of 1,000 airplanes here, so we don't want to go too crazy. Looks like they're all there. Okay, let's pause. Click. Not in airbit mode, but in normal mode. And declare war with the conquest. We've declared war on Germany, pushing the world tension to 15%. Luckily, we're still far, far, far below the threshold of 25, so with any luck, we'll have a chance to do some other crazy shit as well. Okay, let's take a look. Here, we want to assign everything. You guys are going to air superiority and interception, close air support, not strategic bombing. I don't want to blow up your industry. I'm going to need your industry. Ports, no. Naval, yes. Air superiority, interception, superiority, interception. Close air, close air, close air, close air, close air. Okay, that should be overwhelming enough. How you feeling, Rommel? You ready to go, buddy? Okay, we're going to hold you back for a minute. You, however, are good to go. So my infantry force is going to swarm over them like so many ants over an actual pastry that was dropped on the floor. And we should make pretty close work of them. We are currently winning. Thank God. They have one dude. So they'll automatically follow border after border that I've set up. So I think when you set the multiple plans, they'll attempt to take the one completely, and they won't move until you take that entire line of attack. So sort of a natural pause in the action, which is nice. Okay, so we've secured this side. I'm going to set the research slot before I forget, because I will forget, and we'll just take elastic defense. Everyone's no mission. Why don't you... why do I care if you have a mission or not? Whatever, go there, I suppose. Now, Rommel, now that they've done all the hard work for you, what the fuck? He's actually engaging in it. Okay, why don't you delete your battle plans? Maybe that's why I was saying no divisions over here. I may have accidentally somehow assigned Rommel to the infantry division plan as well. So that's probably my bad. Like I said, the interface is a little bit goofy. It takes a little bit of getting used to. And punch straight through to here. And they should collapse under the might very quickly as expected. So nearly bloodless, which is nice. Conquer Denmark, take all states. This is going to raise world tension by 6%, but we're still under the 25% threshold, which is good. And turn. Done. We took 5 states. They were annexed, and 2,300 equipment has been seized. They were certainly, although land rich, equipment poor. Okay, so pause for a second. So Denmark is done, and now we've got a cool little dick on the top of our heads, complete with testes. And, as expected, they capitulated our Greenland and Iceland that we don't. Do they have any other territory? I don't remember. I think it was just those 3. Yeah, Denmark didn't have any colonies at this time. So this is all we get. That's all we need. Perfect. All right, so free military factories, we're going to use their factories. Where are we going to use their factories to build? More fighters. Lots more fighters. So not that many more fighters. They didn't have that much shit. Modify the government. We've built up plenty of political power. Apparently we were very politically savvy for having conquered Denmark in what was the shortest war ever. I actually should have seen the start and end time. I don't know if there's a way to see a summary at this point. Probably not. But it must have been the shortest battle in history. I'm more than certain. War industrialist, fortification, no. Armaments, no. Don't want communists, don't want fascists. Silent workhorses, no. So none of that's going to be any useful. We're not in a position where we can get airplanes just yet, so maybe we just add a chief of army and get some bonuses. We're very infantry heavy right now, so we can get division training? Nope. Division speed? We have to have completed army innovations? Nope. Division attack. That sounds more up our alley. So division attack, and we're out of oil again. So Soviets, thank you very much. Can give us some oil. Okay, so what are we going to do with these guys? Good question, team. Let's assign the infantry, the fully trained and now battle-hardened infantry. Let's assign them to the newly remilitarized wall over here, the west wall, with a plan of attack, at least for the very time being, of simply just beyond here. With the idea being we'll just hold this line and pull the classic German move where we give you a reach around when you're not expecting it and attack you from both sides. If any of you guys have ever dated Germans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you'll do your thing. All good. And then Rommel, what are you going to do? We're going to set you up a small front right here with a battle plan to... See, now it's doing the division thing. Yeah, I must have just screwed it up before. We're going to go punch straight through here. So these guys will sweep. These guys will sweep around the top. We'll send the infantry in first, as always, and then send the tanks in after. I presume as soon as we capture probably Amsterdam, they'll capitulate anyway. So don't have to worry too much about being a perfect battle plan. It's more than enough. And at least it'll build up their bonus, their preparation bonus. Okay, let's take a look at the resistance. Zero resistance. So because we conquered them before, they're not really technically part of World War II. They're just essentially going to roll over and become our bitches, which I am certainly happy about. More than happy about. Okay, we're going to repair. So I'll probably just unpause for now and let this tick down for a minute. Once we're done this should go pretty quickly, and the repair should go pretty quickly. Actually, I suppose I can queue it up right away. So what do we need? Go construction, infrastructure. If you shift click, it's going to build maximum. Let's build maximum infrastructure here and here, primarily. That'll at least allow us to station some troops on there for defense without them starving to death. So I don't think they're going to be able to survive long on Iceland's national dish, which I'm pretty sure is snow. German people need something a little bit more substantial than just that. So world tension slowly ticks down. So 6% for the Treaty of Aarhus, which is the Danish way of pronouncing ass, which is what we just kicked. And then what I think we'll do is probably just... Oh, well, first of all, we're going to decide what we want to research next. So this is going to give us research time at negative 3%. A big fat bonus. This is a year ahead. No. Radio. We need radios eventually, so we might as well do that now. Okay, let's see what our national focus. Where's that? It's over here. National focus. So we're working on this. We're not going to be able to get rocketry just yet, which means we're going to have to bump over to something else. Can we do Anschluss yet? No. We need 550k manpower divisions in the field. How do we see what's in the field? Army is 450. Used manpower 453k. So we're still a ways away from that. That's okay. One more guy's trained. Who are we going to assign you to? Why don't you go join... Okay, the Pastry Front is now ill-named. We should probably... Let's see. Who's over here? Pink, you are now going to be in a new theater. Name the Snobben Front. The German... Snobben, of course, being the German word for well-mannered dilettante. So you're going to be over there. We no longer have a Pastron front, so you're going to be attached to the Sweden invasion force, which means, now that we're organized, you will go and join him and click, add to that front. So he makes the long journey on foot over there. These guys are still training. And these guys are still training. Let's add a couple more in parallel. You definitely could use Rommel to give as much advantage as possible, considering he is very good at driving tanks. Why is he no longer deploying to him? Just do that. Probably a really good reason. What are you doing? You're doing jack shit. So go... Where should I send you? Go to the Snobben front. You'll head over there. Snobben front is pink. That is likely appropriate. Sweden invasion force. I've got 2 purple, so why don't we set the actual army to green? Keep them straight. Oh, concentrated industry, the first is done. So the next ones are 1937, which I am 0.06 years away ahead of time. This one I'm going to get a 50% bonus to. Construction speed plus 10%. Well, we're working construction speed, so let's do that one. We're only less than a month away from the year turnover, so that's more than okay. I will accept that very minor penalty to avoid having to micromanage. How is our construction on the infrastructure going? We're not there yet. We've got 15 of our factories building flaming girders. It's well known the Germans put flaming girders to a good use in most of their construction. They didn't realize that it actually made their buildings more flammable when they were bombed, which was a big problem. All right, so we're done. What did we just research? Industrial effort 2? I completely fucking forgot what we just researched. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what are we going to do next? Rhineland, we're still away from Anschluss, and I don't know if we're going to trigger that one, because that may trigger World War II. We'll see. How much does it add? Nothing. Adds no... Does it tell you if it would add... Yeah, the world tension is increased. So that actually will add no world tension, so that's a freebie. So we'll work on that as soon as we get the manpower up. We're still training. We're still going. We have a while yet to go. So let's work on air or army. We'll go air so we can get... I really want to get the extra research slot. That's going to help us out in the long term. The sooner we get that, the better. So do that. These guys are all preparing. Staring across the border. This guy's bending over and throwing up. He's remembering his training. And then we have Rommel chilling in the north. They're enjoying the beach. Nice frozen beaches in December. The beaches are lovely this time of year in Germany. You guys are almost all trained, so they'll be very soon able to join one of the fronts. I'll probably send them down to maybe to guard this border here. And they can punch through when needed. And then you guys are... Do you even have a plan? No, you do not. So therefore you're entrenched, but no plan. So let's fix that. So should war break out, and the very unlikely chance it breaks out, why don't you come up here? You're going to need new troops. So you saw when I was dragging that line out, it turned yellow from green to yellow. Just shows how confident they are, how confident the general is in order to complete that mission. So we're not going to come up to the river. That's a good starting point to stop, but we're going to need to fortify him. So maybe once these guys are done, we'll send those troops over to him to make that plan all green. World tension's down to 20%. Apparently we're all forgetting about the Danes. They're being crushed under the boots of oppression. Maybe they didn't forgive the Danes for the transgressions of their past, their storied past. Or maybe they just really hate windmills and wooden shoes. I would not blame them. Okay, what do we do? We have naval dockyards. Okay, so the ships that we had under construction from the beginning are done. So what I'm going to do is then just switch 100% over to submarine construction once the last 2 destroyers are built. I'll just let that queue run out. All those guys will do that. Auto, no, we'll set you guys to come out over here and over here. So carry them on your back over to here before dumping them in the water. I'm okay with that. Excavation is complete. This gives us a 10% resource bonus. I'm very unusually excited about that. This is researching. I guess we will get the production efficiency caps. Production efficiency, as I understand it, means the longer we build, the more efficiency we get, the better we get at it. And then the cap means the maximum amount. So ideally we want to get up to 100% cap, which means we get the maximum bonus. Okay, we have this. Well, let's go see how our points are being spent in the United States. There's a 26% popularity, 26% force for the, what are these guys called? The Silver Legion of America. They need to really work on their branding. But branding or not, if they get the job done, I will take that. Anything to keep them their ass off our backs. I feel like this game is really, like World War II simulators are kind of easy because you really have the benefit of 2020 hindsight. So it seems like it would be almost too easy to just do shit like that and then completely fuck the game up. But we'll see how the AI reacts. Maybe they're a different kind of fascist. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so these guys are done. So we'll detach you. Click, click, click. Are they selected or not selected? They are selected. So we'll click all you, and you can go join the German theater over there. Control click to add to the front. And then let's see, how do you feel about this plan now with all these additional troops? Still red. Maybe it won't come into action until those guys get over there. I don't know. Wait, why is the tank going there? No, Mr. Tank, what are you doing? Is that my bad? Probably my bad. Mr. Tank, you go join Rommel. Over here. Yeah? Jawohl. Did that work? Oh, it's control click. Pardon me. I was alt clicking. Alright, area innovations. Details. What is this? We get a double research bonus for battlefield support doctrine. We're adding 2 air bases. And we get a dude that's going to give us all-weather expert. Well, Europe is not particularly known for having poor weather, so I'm not going to worry about that. Air innovation, so we can go tactical or we can go strategic. There's the kind of plane that we can get. What's a junker? Junker? Ju-88. That seems racist. Shame on you, Paradox. Shame on you. Okay, production, research. What the fuck am I looking for? This. Research tree. We'll just take a look at here. So what were those two planes? There's the Junker, the Jew plane. So 88 is a tactical bomber. No. Close air support. Jew 87 is a cannon Vogel. People's cannon, as I understand it. Probably, well, I don't really want either of those. I don't want tactical bombers. What do tactical bombers do? Those are the... Click for details. Those are the naval attack guys. The next war will be won entirely by bombing the enemy to extinction. Yes, but not by shitty one-off bombs. We're going to bomb them big time with our big daddy nukes. So, where was that again? I suppose we'll then go with... Fuck it, tactical, whatever. Don't care. Modify government. What else do we want to add to our lovely growing government here? Political. I think I keep looking at the exact same ones over and over. I don't think we want anything here. Not yet, anyway. Theorist. We're probably going to want the nuclear scientist when the time comes, but we're a ways away from that. Aircraft designer. So we want fighters. And we are working on that, so that will be helpful. How's the construction coming along? So we're finally working on the infrastructure in Iceland. First, it's building one by one, but it's quite a bit quicker than the actual factories. Now we have 52 factories, which I'm very pleased about. Combination of conquest and construction. This one's 1 year ahead. That's too far for our blood. So maybe we'll grab... Yeah, why not? We'll grab that one. We're concentrating on our industry with concentrated industry. For those that don't know, concentrated industry is when you take the pulp of industry out, condense it, and then re-add water later. So it's like those foamy dinosaur things that you buy that you drop in a cup of water and expands into a real dinosaur. It's kind of like that. It lets us bring the factories as small pill form that dissolve in water and then expand where needed. Technology that was unfortunately lost after World War II. That'd be quite helpful if we still had access to such magic. So he's training. I guess I could exercise these guys as well, but I feel there's only 2 of them in there. So it'd be a waste for these guys. Maybe I should send these guys over in the time being to train. They can always come back. I'm not kicking them out forever, but it would be nice to train the tanks. Although it does hurt our... what does it hurt? It hurts our attrition. So I guess we damage tanks because they forget which way to point the tank and they shoot each other. But having them with a bonus, I think, is pretty significant when we start actually fighting real people or fighting the Dutch, which is, although not real people, about as close as we're going to get in the very short term here. Reinforce rate plus 5%. We'll do this. So what I feel we should do is pause for a second. How long is it going to take us to justify a second war? It's coming down. It's coming down. So let's justify a war against these guys. This is going to add world tension to 22. Hopefully by the time we're actually done justifying, as long as nobody does anything stupid. That's what I'm really just worried about, is other people doing very stupid things to boost up. We can always cancel the justification. We don't need it, but we might as well have it in our back pocket while we can. Although I think if we actually take territory, we'll have to see how much we can take from them before the 25%. I would prefer to have maybe like a strip in the bottom here versus the whole thing. If we could just take a bit and stave off World War II for a while longer, it's one less thing to conquer on the way through. One less thing is all we care about. Construction, how are you doing? 5 more. Yes, we are questioning your sovereignty, same as before. We literally just copy-pasted all the speeches when we were justifying against the Danes, and we just Control F, find and replaced it with Dutch. Interestingly enough, nobody in North America actually noticed the difference. They figured they were just getting the same radio broadcasts again. The repeats, the highlights of last year. So we're building this. We're researching. We've got a little while to go on some of this research. Available planes and reserves. We have 361 fighters. So I suppose we can build a new air wing close by to what we need. So let's complete a new air wing. we will just send, who do we want to send? We'll just send all of our fighters. Okay. Over there. Then maybe we'll construct another new air wing up here, and we'll send all of our close air support, which apparently is different than our bombers. Not sure why, but okay. They can deploy over there. And then I think what we can do is if we click this, Hindenburg. Oh, the huge manatee. And, oh, actually, no. Disaster was narrowly averted today. A diesel fuel leak was discovered. So we've avoided the Hindenburg. History is rewriting itself. So what I'm going to do is just increase this to, say, like, I don't know, 250? And then that way that'll reinforce all the new ones that we build. We'll just go there until we hit the 250 mark. Tactical air effort. What are we going to do here? Naval or air innovations. We need a treaty with the USSR in order to engage this. Can we do Anschluss yet? No. 550. Oh, god damn it, so close. Okay, well, we'll do army innovations for now. We need that anyway. That will certainly help out. Okay, so you guys are reinforcing up to 250. Let's go back to you. You can reinforce up to 500. So that'll take care of that for now. Modify government. Government's going through more modifications than Kim Kardashian's behind. We're just adding an enormous amount of luggage to our military force. Okay, let's see. Commerce. No. Chief of Air Force. Air Reformer. Air Support. Bad weather penalty. We'll take none of those. Those are all boring. Genius. We need army innovations. Well, that's what we're working on. So maybe we... Armor division, plus 15, plus 15. That is pretty powerful. Although we'll probably have enough to go for the next one. Once that thing is done, we'll have more than enough to assign him later. Division recovery rate, no. Naval AA, no. Infantry attack, that looks good. Division attrition, that looks even better. I have a feeling no matter how much we develop these dear provinces, they're probably going to still hit us with some attrition. So maybe that'll let us stack up a little bit more than we normally would. How is our justification going? No longer in air mode. In Friesland, the coldest place in the Netherlands. Here. November of this year. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And then we're starving for a lot of things. We need planes and tanks. Well, once this stuff is built up, then I think we'll switch over to start building some military factories. It'll probably be in our best interest to start pumping out some of the stuff that we truly need. So we can do this at 50% bonus. That seems like a good idea. More resources. Why not? And I feel like we'll just keep hammering on the infrastructure and resource stuff for the rest of this game year. And then next year we'll start switching over to the military side of things to get prepared for the meat and potatoes of this game, which is watching thousands of little green boxes paint the map black. But that's going to have to wait till next time. We'll put the game on pause real quick here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all next time for another very special episode of Hearts of Iron 4.